Good morning, dear students. I am Professor Jaspreet Kaur, Associate Professor and Head, PG Department of English and Foreign Languages at Khalsa College, Patiala. At our college, in our department, it is a trend that apart from teaching whatever is recommended in syllabus, we also undertake additional activities to make our class interesting, and that is what appeals to my students. I want to give a sneak peek to you today in this class to show you how I make my class interesting, engaging, and more meaningful. I'm going to share with you a few expressions, a few idioms today. With the use of that, you can make your vocabulary, you can make your writing very, very effective. Let us start the class, and I am going to start with idioms today. By using these idioms in your writing, in your speech, you can make your writing stand out. It will give a unique edge to your writing. Should we start? So first of all, let us take up one idiom that is very commonly used, but its meaning is misunderstood most of the times. The first idiom is butterflies in stomach. Now some people answer me that it is like having hunger, that when you are feeling hunger pangs. No, butterflies in stomach means when you are feeling nervous, when you are feeling anxious. Sometimes before appearing for your exams or before appearing for your interview, you experience butterflies in stomach. Isn't it a great expression? Let us go to another one. Weak in the knees means overcome by strong feelings. So sometimes when I have to step up on the stage to gather or to address a public gathering, I feel weak in the knees. But yes, sometimes I make my audience smile by saying that the dice in front of me makes my work easy because no one can see my weak knees. Then is to hit the nail on the head. It means to say something exactly correct, to do a thing at the correct time. Another idiom can be curiosity killed the cat, means being privy to something or to someone's work which you should not, but that puts you in trouble. Sometimes we do that. We want to hear about what others are doing, we eavesdrop, but sometimes that habit of ours puts us in trouble, in a troublesome situation. So when we are saying something like that, we can use this expression, curiosity killed the cat. Isn't it interesting? Then is, now cat is out of the bag. It means to reveal the secret. Suppose I want to hide some fact from someone, but then ultimately I share it with someone, and then I can say, now that the cat is out, I am going to share this secret with you all. The next, almost similar, is to spill the beans. It means to tell the person or to tell the thing to someone that you were supposed to hide. But without thinking, you shared the secret with others, and in this way you spilled the beans. Let us switch over to the next expression, go the extra mile, to make a special effort to do something. So when students prepare assignments, a few students, good students, may go the extra mile to make their assignment really, really attractive and appealing and authentic and weighty. Next is to take it with a pinch of salt. It means when someone comes to you, makes an excuse or tries to convince you that whatever he is saying is true, honest, and meaningful, but you try to believe the person, what he is saying, but actually you are not really convinced. So you can say that, okay, I try to believe you, but I will take it with a pinch of salt. Means I think that the thing is not as accurate and correct as you are trying to claim. Then is to kill two birds with one stone. It means to accomplish two tasks with one effort. Yes. Then is blessing in disguise. an apparent misfortune which you feel is going against you, but eventually it proves to be helpful, good thing for you. So that becomes blessing in disguise. In our life, so many things happen when we feel that this is a bad thing for me, but eventually that proves to be a great thing for you. So that is blessing in disguise. Let us switch over to the next expression, elephant in the room. Now this expression is sometimes misconstrued. It means that, suppose in a room, so many people are sitting. The atmosphere is heavy. There is some, palpable thing that is going on in everyone's mind. And you do not want to talk about it because it is a heavy subject, you want to avoid it. But you all know it. So it is a subject that you know, but you do not want to discuss it because it might hurt someone. So it means if the elephant is in room, it means no one wants to talk about some issue which everyone knows, but everyone wants to avoid talking about it. Yes. Then is a white elephant, another elephant idiom, a useless but expensive things. Sometimes we buy for our home or for ourselves a thing that is very expensive but doesn't prove to be a very useful one. So that stays there, reminds us that this is the thing we indulged in, but it proved to be useless, but expensive it was. Another expression can be to cut corners, means to do quickly, to do something very, very quickly and to avoid the extra effort that you were supposed to put in. To cut the corners means to save your effort. Sometimes when we save, or to take a shortcut, and sometimes when we cut corners, the result is not as good as it should have been. Another expression can be to take the bull by the horns. It means to deal decisively with a difficult situation. Sometimes we all face difficult situations in life, but sometimes we panic, but then we decide to take the bull by the horns. Yes, we'll accept this challenge head on, and we will decide effectively. Then is chin up, means to stay cheerful and happy. Sometimes in bad situations, we feel low, we feel off color, not in a good mood. But some friend of ours suggests us to chin up. It means to be jovial again, to be in good spirits again, because this too shall pass. Yes. The next expression is at an arm's length, means to avoid someone, to keep someone away, so that that quality of his or hers does not rub off on your shoulders. To avoid someone, arm's length. Then is to jump the gun, means to do something earlier than the proper time. You must have heard this voice of the gun when the athletes start their race. So the gun is there, but sometimes some athletes who are out of practice, who have not done their practice to listen to the voice of the gun, sometimes they jump the gun and they start their race before the actual time. So that expression is taken from there, to jump the gun. Then is from the horse's mouth. It means to listen the thing from the person who is responsible for that. Sometimes I can say that I know that people are talking about this issue, about this thing, but let us not get ourselves into confusion. Let us go to the person who is concerned and let us listen from him, because things will be clear then. So let us hear from the horse's mouth, means from the person who is directly concerned with that, directly connected with that thing. So rather than having confusion all around, let us go to the concerned person and have the things correct. Another expression can be let bygones be bygones, means let us forget the past resentments and start life afresh. Let us make friendship again, because if we, it is said that if we want to be a slave, harbor your resentments. So rather than harboring, giving place to resentments in our heart, let us forget that and enjoy our life afresh. I ask my students sometimes to say a polite word for saying no to a thing. And I tell them that rather than saying no, the correct expression or a better expression can be to have a rain check, means someday else, sometime else. Then is a very, very rarely used expression, the pot calling the kettle black. It means to criticize someone for something, but which very well applies to you also. Means we cannot blame someone because that same blame can come back to us also. So be very, very alert before pointing finger at someone, because that thing can be raised against us as well. So the expression is the pot calling the kettle black. Means how can a pot call a kettle black? Because both are black, isn't it? So interesting. Another is cutting the T's and dotting the I's. It means when your project is ready, when your assignment is ready, but you are just running through the thing because you want that everything should be 100% correct. So, ma'am, my assignment is ready. I'm just cutting the dots. I'm cutting the T's and dotting the I's, because in vocabulary, in your alphabets, you cut the T's and dot the I's. Yes, the expression comes from that thing. Then is once in a blue moon. It means a very, very rare occurrence, a thing that happens not every day, but after years, after ages. So this expression is used there. Then is under the weather. When you are not feeling well, we are not feeling healthy and confident, you can say that I am under the weather today, off color, feeling off color, not very well. Another expression can be make one's blood boil. It means to become excessively angry with someone or at something, that makes your blood curdle or boil. You can use that expression sometimes when you are very angry at a situation that goes out of your hand, isn't it? Then is have your ducks in a row. It means to get your preparation to 100% level. Suppose your exams are coming near, they are approaching near, and you want all your books, your assignments, everything near your study table or on your study table, so that your notes are well prepared and you can revise everything on time. So yes, get your ducks in a row, exams are coming near, isn't it? Then is wet behind the ears. So wet behind the ears means to have immature, when you are still immature. So if one pilot asks his co-pilot to drive or to fly the plane for some time, but he feels that he is not trained enough to handle the flight, so he can answer, I'm still wet behind the ears, I cannot steer the airplane as yet. So this expression has taken its history from the animals. When a calf is born, when an offspring is born in the jungle or to an animal, then the mother licks the baby so that the baby is clean, and also it doesn't attract any predator. But sometimes the place or the space behind the ear is left wet, so it means an immature person. So this expression has been taken from that thing. Then is bite the hand that feeds one. It means to be arrogant or to be dishonest to someone who you are supposed to be very, very grateful to. Sometimes people do that, we all do that sometimes. Kith and kin means friends and relatives. We have to be very welcoming to our kith and kin. Then be in someone's black books. We often use the expression, I am in good books of my friends. But be in someone someone's black books is exactly the opposite, means in disfavor with someone when you do not enjoy a good reputation with your mates. Then is when pigs fly, again is a rare occurrence, means I will do this thing. When pigs fly means an impossible situation. Then is cakewalk. We find something very easily, or we receive some blessing very easily, quickly. We can say that this promotion has been a cakewalk for me. I do not know whether I deserved that or not, but because this thing was given to me, this blessing was given to me, and everything had been done beforehand. So this promotion, this new project is being a cakewalk for me. Then another expression can be to have two left feet. To have two left feet, it means to be awkward, to be clumsy. Sometimes we do a task not in an efficient manner, then we can say that yes, I have two left feet in this. This is not my cup of tea. I cannot do this properly. Yes, we all have weaknesses. Then is to drink like a fish. It means to consume excessive alcohol. Like fish drinks water all the day. An alcoholic person, drinks alcohol every day. So the excessive, the bad habit. Then the last in this class can be, you can lead a horse to water but can't make it drink. It means you can give opportunity to someone, but you cannot force that person to utilize that opportunity. Sometimes opportunities knock at our doors, but we fail to open our doors to these opportunities, and this happens. And not the last, but I have a few more also, and that is break a leg. So this expression means to have fun, So after your exams, you can break a leg idiomatically. Then is cost an arm and a leg. It means to be extremely expensive. Sometimes we buy something which is beyond our expenses, but it costs our arm and a leg, but then sometimes we enjoy to indulge. Then is back to the square one, means when we do not make any progress, we work hard but no progress is made, and then we say, okay, I am back to the square one, I will try harder next time. Then bigger fish to fry. It means that I have many more schedules to carry out, many more bigger things to do. So I do not want to get myself indulged in small things. I have bigger fish to fry. I have so many other targets to achieve. So please don't involve me in these petty issues because I have bigger fish to fry. Then is I was not born yesterday. It means when you try to prove that you are responsible for that, and because of your responsibility, you are on the hold of the situation and you know what you are going to do in the situation, means I am not immature, I am mature enough to handle the situation. So yes, you can always use this expression that I was not born yesterday because I have been working in this institution or in this college for the last so many years. Then mutton dressed as lamb. It means that when an elderly person tries to dress up as someone who is very young, so that looks disproportionate. Sometimes, we see someone or who is as dressed as a young person, but who actually is an elderly person. So this expression is used, mutton dressed as lamb. So thank you so much. This was just a sneak peek of how I try a method or various methods to make my class interesting. Sometimes during the last 2-3 minutes, we play this game in the class to make my students improve their writing, their speaking, and this is how we undertake a few idioms every day, and like this I try to make my class interesting. I hope that you liked my idea. Hope to see you soon. Thank you so much.